Hey guys, Nate here, and I am going to do a review on the digital Goja 58mm professional accessory kit for Canon Rebel. And I have a T3i, but it works with several others: T5, T4, T2, T1, the XT, the XTI, the XSI, and the SL1. It comes with a lot of stuff, and it's actually on Amazon. I don't know if you can see here. The price up there is $119.99, free shipping, and it comes with all this stuff. I will show you. It comes with more stuff. So, sorry. There we go. It comes with all this stuff and more, and I'll show you in depth all this stuff and what it does, and talk to you a little about piece by piece. So, I think that's the last picture. To start off, I will start with the remote. It's a JJC brand. I've never heard of this particular brand, but if you can read that, it says, let me see here, JJC Photography Equipment. Yeah, there we go. Company. And I've never heard of them before. If you scratch this off, it just gives you your it just tells you it's a genuine product, and I believe you can register it online. But yeah. So here it is. Excuse me. Here it is, and it replaces any of these on the bottom. If you have any of these remotes, like the Canon RC1, etc., RC5, 6, and the DC100, it replaces it. Standard 2nd and 2 seconds. It's got zoom on there as well. Yeah, I use that quite a bit. It's pretty cool, sturdy. It's really hard plastic. Nice little remote. Yep. Okay, and then cleaning stuff. It actually comes with a spray bottle, a teeny tiny little spray bottle. Looks like a perfume bottle. You can fill it with any cleaning solution that you may use yourself, that you use on your lenses, but in all honesty, I feel like you really don't need to. Here comes a pump duster, is what I call them. And yeah, obviously it does what it says. Clean off your lenses. I use that quite a bit. 2 brushes. You get 2 brushes. Pen brush. And the bristles are kind of thick, but they're very soft. So you can use that as well to dust off your lens, even your sensor in your camera. Pretty delicate enough. You get another brush too. I don't know why they give you 2. This one actually is, though, a little softer in the bristles. Really, really soft. So, if you want to use that one, you get that as well. Another cool thing is you get 4 microfiber cloths, which, if you have just one alone, I mean, it lasts and lasts and lasts. And you can hand wash it in warm water and air dry it and use it over and over and over. So the fact that you get 4 of these is really cool. I mean, I have one that I use all the time, and I haven't even opened these yet. So you get those 2. Let's talk about lens hoods. You get a 58mm, because, obviously most lenses that you get with your camera are 58mm. I don't use this one a lot. I don't use tulip lenses a whole bunch. But if you do, obviously you get one. Cool. You get to use it. Awesome. I do use this a lot, and I mean, those are pretty cheap, so you can get them for $1, I believe. Here is a 58mm rubber 3-position lens hood too, and obviously, I mean, it's flexible. You can store it easily because it flattens down, so that's awesome. Doesn't take up a whole lot of room. But I do use this a lot. It has 3 positions. You pop it up once, and it stays like that, and then you push it up again, and then you have the full effect, which I use quite often. Now, with the other things that I'm about to show you, most of the lenses that you get, since this is plastic, these threads are plastic on here. Let me see if I can focus for you. Since these lenses have a plastic thread, these are metal, okay? On all in this kit, every single one's metal. So you got to be careful not to strip these. So what I usually do is I set them on top like this, and just let it thread itself, I guess. Because if you overdo it, you're gonna strip that plastic. So that doesn't work too well. But it's perfect. It's on there strong, and it works. It does the job. But just be careful. Keep that in mind that you can strip these. And I almost have before. I almost over tightened one, and it almost stuck, and I couldn't get it off. So keep that in mind and be careful. But yeah, I mean, this thing's awesome. I use this a lot. Comes in handy. But all these lenses are metal, so you need to be careful. I can't stress that enough. Just so that you don't strip the plastic thread on your lenses. Okay, you get 2 gradient digital high definition filters, and the cool thing is with the digital Goja, I believe you can buy these with full color instead of the gradual coloring on there. And most people don't know what these are for, and if you don't, or if you do, obviously cool. But they come in handy when taking pictures with reflections, metallic surfaces, etc. It kind of just washes it out, so you don't get that bright glare straight into the lens. It blends in. Excuse me. There's the blue one, and it is glass. And again, these threads are metal, so be careful. I'll just show you the specs on there. You can see that. Very nice. And then obviously you get an orange one. You can see that in there. You get an orange one. It's gradual, just like that one. But like I said, you can actually order these. It's a 12 set, and it has every color possible: purple, pink, red, orange, yellow, every color, brown. Excuse me. Okay, and then another thing you get is macro lenses, which is very cool. And the cool thing is you can add all these together. There's different powers: 10, 4, 2, and 1. So obviously you can add, in conjunction with each other. If you do 2 and 1, you get 3 power. Obviously 6 power with the 4 and 2, 14. But you can put them all together, 17 if you really wanted to. So, I like macro photography. I use these quite a bit. Okay. These you get, but in my opinion, you will never use these. That's just my opinion. They are UV filters, CPL and ND8 filters as well. They all do the same thing. They usually take pictures like this and tone them down a little bit. The contrast, I feel, comes down a little bit, so you can get a clearer, colorful picture, and they just don't look washed out like you see here. But the thing is, nowadays with Adobe Photoshop and all the Photoshop programs, you're really not going to use these because you can do that in Photoshop. So I feel like these are kind of outdated. But most people use them if they don't edit their photos. I guess this will come in handy. But I'm one that lightly tweaks my photos on different programs, Adobe Photoshop, stuff like that. So I never really use these. But like the macro ones, it does come with a pouch. It looks exactly the same, and they all have little sleeves that comes in. Nice little Velcro pouch. And it's made by Vivitar. I feel like they're a pretty good company. You get those as well. Extra 58mm lens cap. You can never have too many of those. Here's one. It's obviously not the Canon one. I lost the Canon one a long time ago. But yeah, you can never have too many of those. Because this one I probably won't lose. It's got a little attachment on there. But if I do, something happens, maybe pops off, I lose it, whatever. I got another one. So, You can never have too many of these, and these are cheap too, 50 cents to $1. I mean, I've seen them real cheap. You can never have too many of those. So you get that as well. I'm going to show you something in a second with my lens. Flash diffusers, you get these as well. This sits on the top of your camera hot shoe. I will show you if I can get this in here. So here's my Canon, and these are called hot shoes, and you can actually get other ones that will fit on top of this. But basically what this does is it slides on top just like so, and it comes with the attachment, which I don't need. It's a little plastic piece, a little attachment in here. Right here. Here's a little attachment adapter, just in case you might need that, but I don't need it. And if you have the same camera as me, you probably won't need it as well. Comes with the milk white, the cool blue, and the warm one. So it just adds a little bit of, I'd say a tint to your flash, a yellow. Kind of makes your pictures look warmer, cooler. And then this one just disperses the flash, so you don't have a bright flash, whereas it'll wash out the picture and everything looks really bright. Maybe people's skin tones look, ghostly, pale. This doesn't do that as much. So what happens is, I don't know if I have a battery in here. Let's check. No, I don't. So, but anyway, I usually set mine on the second little notch from the bottom, like this. And you just push them on like that, and it sets on the front, so your flash will pop up, and obviously it just disperses the flash a little bit, so it's not as harsh. So I use this a lot too. Comes in handy, very cool. And it's cool that you get the 3, so I mean, I use that quite a bit too. And then last but not least, you get 3 lenses. You get super wide angle lens, and the cool thing is it comes with a super macro lens on there, which comes off, and it does come in handy. Yeah, I mean, I could take this out and show you, but there's 3 of them, and it's metal and high quality glass. They're amazing, and I feel like it's very well made. It just talks about some of the stuff that you can do with it. It's got a soft fisheye effect to it. So with the super wide angle on the super macro right here, when you put it on your camera, it's got a soft fisheye effect, I guess. Here's the actual fisheye lens, and it comes with a regular macro. Now I don't know the strengths of these. It doesn't really tell. No, it doesn't tell on here. It's just that it shows 35 times power, and I believe that's just with both on there. But the fisheye effect on here is pretty cool. I will actually show you. And keep in mind, I'm filming on a cell phone, so it comes in a little leather bag. All 3 of them do. Little leather bag, kind of cool. Drawstring, and then it comes in plastic. And these, like I said, these are high quality. Got a nice rubber grip on here. I'll see if I can focus in, adjust a little bit. There you go. So, I mean, it's high quality, really nice. Metal, it's a metal, and here's the macro lens part, which comes off, so you can actually leave that on your camera. There's the nice macro part, very strong, and there's the fisheye part. Another cool feature, I guess you could say, about this is, if you notice, this is all metal. So versus your regular lens here that has the plastic threads, this has a little bit wider area on it, so you can actually if I can do this, pop that up, and if you can see, it's got threads in there, so you can actually add other attachments on here if you wish. Very cool. Pops up and down. I will just show you the fisheye effect. Very cool, fisheye. Which, I mean, if you do a lot of filming too on your camera, and if you have a Canon, you obviously know the camera quality is really cool for video. But the fisheye effect's awesome. And then, obviously, if you unscrew this, whereas the other super macro lens, this is the regular macro. But you can get really close. I mean, and I'm filming on my cell phone, so that's in my opinion, that's amazing. You can get really close. So I mean, these are awesome lenses, and the quality is amazing. So fisheye effect, very cool. Alright, now, last but not least, and you get 3 of them again, obviously. And this is all you get in the kit for $119, which is, my opinion, totally worth it. I recommend buying it. You get a lot of stuff that you'll use, you know, quite often. So I totally recommend it. Put this back in the bag. And then, last but not least, you get the telephoto lens, which is very nice. And I'll just show you the pictures on here. It's got a super duper magnification quality on there, so you can get some faraway shots. It's really nice. It's amazing. Unfortunately, this does not have a detachment. It's just one solid piece. And it's high definition. It says HD lens series, and I believe all of these are, but this thing's amazing. They're all awesome. So I recommend using all these for any types of, you know, photography that you use. So that does it pretty much for the digital Goja kit for $119 for the Canon Rebel, and obviously all the Canon Rebels, and a few others it works well with. Tomorrow I will actually be doing a review on the Canon battery pack, battery grip, it's another item from Amazon. And then at the end of the week I will do another review on the macro ring light for macro photography, and it actually works well with portrait photography too. So I'll be doing another review on that. Hope this kind of shows you what you get close up, all the good stuff. Let me know what you think. Rate the video, comment, and hopefully subscribe for all your other photography questions and videos that I'll be having. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you around.